Hello everyone. Now we'll be discussing the ninth slide or the ninth topic, which was given to us by the sociology professor. And the title of this slide is The Legacy of the Native American Genocide. As in the earlier slides of the fourth and the seventh one, we discussed about the Amritsar genocide or the Amritsar massacre, which was held in by the British colonization in Amritsar, Jallianwala Bagh, where General Dyer openly shot on many people and killed them. We talked about the genocide in Palestine, Gaza, and now we'll be talking about the genocide of the Native Americans, which began with the Europeans colonizing Native America. Uh, what was the main result of this colonization was that many of the indigenous people were forcefully taken out from their homes. They were sort of relocated in a different place. Many of them were killed. Many of them were brutally tortured, and so there were three reasons why the killings were happening, or the three ways through which the killings were happening. The one of them was war, the second of them was disease, and the third of them was forced displacement. So basically, them being taken out of their homes and being sent somewhere else. Now, there are a few events which basically sort of bring this into light. That events like the Trail of Tears, 1830s, saw thousands of Native Americans forcibly removed from their lands, leading to widespread suffering and death. So these people, once again, were displaced from their homes. They were taken to places which many of them never knew of, and there was endless suffering for those people, and many of them were killed. Later, there were other things that were happening in the Native America. Later, the Native American children, they were sent to boarding schools, as we discussed about in the sixth slide, which is called We Were Children, that the Canadian children, the indigenous children, they were taken out from their homes and forcibly sent to the schools which were created by the higher authorities to basically destroy their culture, their native culture, and their language and their actions. Now, these children, they were sent to the boarding schools. They were forced to abandon their cultures, their language, their traditions, and over time, the native land was taken and indigenous traditions were suppressed. So up to this day, what has been one of the most leading factors that these things have happened, and something which personally stood out for me as I did the research, was that these indigenous traditions and the people who lie under these traditions, up to this day, these communities face poverty, discrimination, and high rates of violence. So this shows that due to the very dark chapter of history, where due to these genocides that were done to the Native American indigenous people, that it has still sort of had a very deep impact up to today on these people. That these people are still suppressed up to this day. Many of them live in tribes, and many of them live in small areas where their culture hasn't really gotten to develop that much. Now, the effects of colonization are still felt up to this day. So one of the main things, which is the idea of me speaking up, is what could be the possible solution for this. Now, basically, the governments acknowledging the fact that these people were brutally murdered through wars, famines, death, and other diseases, and through displacement, acknowledging the fact that the history of these people is very crucial for the Native Americans and for the reconciliation of justice and truth. Now, I hope you guys understood this chapter as well as I do, and uh, I hope that there is some sort of understanding that we all have for the Native American indigenous people. Thank you so much.